This is a video on how to create a stencil print. First, you can see I had my design and I have copied it 5 times for the 5 colours. I ensure it is clear which colour I am going to cut from each stencil. I am marking them. Then, ensuring that my hand is always behind the direction of the knife cut, I'm cutting out the areas of my stencil. 1 full colour cut out per stencil. Notice that I have also cut out the 2 registration marks on either side of the stencil. You see, it matches up with the black. I continue on to my next copy and I am cutting out a different colour now. And again, note the registration marks get cut out. I continue to do this for each of the 5 colours, different stencil for each colour. I then choose my colours. I've started off with the dark green and I have only mixed a little of it because you do not need very much. Using a sponge, I apply it to each area of the stencil. I then move on to my next sheet of paper and repeat. I would advise doing this at least 4 times on 4 sheets of paper the same colour and then moving on to other colour options. I'm then creating my second colour. I'm lining up the registration marks, the 2 squares at the top and bottom of the image, with the squares that have already been printed through. And again, repeat then on the next sheet of paper. Note that you do not need very much ink, as this will stop it from drying. You do not need to go over the registration marks every single time. Once they are marked on your first stencil, they are just used to line it up with the holes on your other stencils. Remember to share the inks that you use on your palette. Any leftovers should be given to someone else to use with their prints. We continue this process. Note that where I'm working on black paper, as the colour choice for this stencil was black, I've chosen a different colour, one I thought would be more effective. You can then cut down to the size of the squares, removing the registration marks. You may want to let the stencils dry before doing this. And that concludes the printing tutorial.